So, as we were saying before, obviously setup-wise, key thing is going to be loose so you can control your arm. If your arm movement can't be controlled because you're tense, it just kind of goes with the forces and sort of centrifugal force sort of pushes your arms out sort of thing, and the club then falls behind. So this is the drill we're going to try and work on now from the top. So you swing the top of the backswing. You can do a full backswing if you want to, but the feeling now is from here, the hands are going to work down more underneath kind of your chin there, under your shoulder, back this way, and you can see the club face now is able to sort of square up and get back in front.
When I feel like I'm doing it, it feels like
over the top.
Doesn't feel like it's going to look like that.
Exactly, yeah. Because think of it this way: when a lot of shots we hit, and this is where it sort of came from really years ago. People sort of looked at shots. A lot of good golfers, when they came over the top and they pulled it, it went bloody miles, and they struck it really well. And they always got it over the top's a bad thing, but it's kind of over the top from the inside. So you're swinging the club kind of this way on the inside to in path, but you're getting the club sort of tip back in front rather than this underneath thing and then flipping it. Yeah. I say if you play enough, you may regard that underneath it and using your hands as an extra source of power, you might get a lot of distance. So the long driving guys, for example, on tour, they'll be doing that. But they might miss a 70, 80 yard wide fairway. Their goal is trying to hit one golf in 6 to 400 yards. Your goal in golf is at 6 balls, 230 yards in a fairway. So the feeling you are trying to do is the club's kind of working down, the hands are going to work down this way as the club kind of works back out in front. And if you look at all good tour players, you actually go through and sort of look at some images online and stuff like McIlroy or Dustin Johnson of the world, as they come back in the golf ball, their hands are working back here. The right hip will have spun round a bit, so their hands and their lower body pretty close. If that was sort of like an impact position kind of here for you there, let's move here now. This is the same shot when you went to see a golf ball. If we sort of go back to where this was on here, and you can see kind of where, that was the one you went back, that was a fullish backswing, kind of hands working down the chest, club back in front to kind of there. Now you can put a little bit of speed to that to get a bit of a feeling, use your lower body a little bit, but when you then put your swing in, look where your hands are there, you see, way out there. And once your hands are up there, basically that position, if I can see your glove hand there, you're in kind of that position there, aren't you? Yeah. Your thumbs are back here, the face of the club now is this way. You're then trying to flip that club face at the last second, or pull it round I mean, that there now, that club's probably within about half a foot to go, aiming over there. Then you've got to try and really flip the club face around the last second. The ball might start towards target line if the path is working way left, because the path way left and the face way right, it'll kind of start in this sort of area, but the spin being created, if your path and the face are more than 10, as we said, split, your left to right spin is going to be introduced to the golf ball, and away the ball goes. So I think a couple of things that set up in terms of aim for a little fade. That's not the problem. You can start playing a normal fade left to right. Look at the fairway. Trouble left, aim straight. If it goes right, so be it. There's trouble right, aim left. If it goes straight, so be it. If you fade, you're in the fairway. So both times when you go straight or it fades, you're in the fairway or in the safe side. Okay, if it's a double-sided fairway with no bailout, maybe a 3-wood or hybrid, or just get the one fairway. Don't be afraid to hit 4-iron wedge. Make a 5. Your scores are trying to shoot under 90, not under 70 at the moment. So you build up to that level, okay? But making sure when you're swinging the club, looser at grip pressure, and the feeling from here when you get to the top of the backswing. So if we do these sort of movements here now, the hands are working down. So this, the hands to work down your chest as that club kind of works in front, because there's a weight on the end of the golf club pulling that club back down behind you. The second you put speed and your hands go out this way towards the golf ball, the club now tips behind you even more, and therefore gets more open, more on the inside, and then you're trying to sort of flip it over the last second and pull it round, and then that's that sensation, my body's doing too much work. You said at the start of the lesson, I feel more comfortable at better shots when my body seems like it's doing less. But you kind of said that in a way that you felt that was wrong, didn't you? If you're honest, you thought that the body should be spin. Yes, the body's going to work. I'm not saying the body stops completely, but we've got to get that club back in front. If that club gets from underneath and behind there, you're just really fighting a flip with the hands or a last second yank with that right shoulder. And again, more body motion, yeah? The quieter the body works, the more speed you're going to create with the hands and the arms there, okay? And the more club head speed we get. Think of it as if I had a bit of thread there with a weight and just doing this with my hands barely moving, and that bit of cotton thread would be whizzing around my hand like a sort of helicopter propeller blade, yeah? Just going choo, 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 choo. If I did this, or try to spin more, that would all completely fall apart, yeah? So you've got to increase the club head speed, body speed's got to quieten down a bit. Again, once you get beyond that 6-iron, maybe 5-iron, you go to that tipping point where the club's just longer and much more speed, and the club can't keep up. Make sense?
Yeah.